What's up, everybody? Bad Gamer. Popping back in. Oh my goodness, we are back for another Gametography episode. And this, for those of you just joining us ever for the first time, this is a show where we talk about games and photography. And we smush them together. And, yeah. It's what we do. We smush them together. And we make art. Alright. I want to say hey to everybody in the chat. We've got Mr. Surf is here. Taunty is here. Leonhard is here. And I know we've got some folks that are lurking that, you know what? We'll say hey when you say something in the chat. That's how we'll do. But someone that's not quite in the chat but is live with us right now. How are you, Lady Snipeshot? What's up, Rach?
Hey, I love your intros. You make me feel so good. I appreciate it.
How you doing, sis? Yeah?
Things are good.
Cool.
Things are fun.
It's been a little while.
Work is kind of... Yeah. Work has been work. It's been so-so. It's been a little crazy. Just, we have a lot of things going on at work, but things are okay. And Dreams has been good.
Yeah, that's what you've been doing.
So. I have been playing some Warframe on the side. And I have taken some pictures. I've taken a couple pictures, like two.
I think I've seen, because like I haven't been on my Instagram for a little while. Like I post stuff, but I really haven't searched through. I thought I saw some of your new stuff pop in.
Yeah, I posted a couple. The problem is that, like, I love to create things so much that when I'm not playing Dreams, I feel like I should be playing Dreams. Like, I feel like there's projects and things that I want to work on and things I want to learn. And the way you learn is to practice and things like that. So it's kind of like one of those things where I think about, well, I could be learning how to make eyes move. I could be learning how to make things talk. You know, so I could get to the point of actually filming something. And so it's kind of like, I think about those things and then I'm like, man, I should be playing Dreams. So then I go and play Dreams. So that's kind of where I'm at.
All right.
It's been fun. It's been real fun.
Come here, little heart. All right. So tell us about what's been going on this week.
Oh, well, Justin and I, we find out in a couple days how much we qualify for a house. So got some adulting going on.
Adulting! Yes.
I don't just play video games.
Not completely.
So, no. But yeah, we're excited. We finally made it to this point. I felt like it would never get here, and now I'm nervous. Because it's kind of like, I feel like it's one of those things that are going to be like, you're denied. And I know they won't, but, you know, that's kind of how it makes you feel. Like, you finally get to the point that you've been waiting on getting to for so long, and you kind of, like, have this feeling that you just expect it to fail, and it's like, no, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. But, you know, I want to be able to get what we want, where, you know, like I was telling you before the show, there's things that I want to do, but I have to wait until we're officially settled, you know, to be able to start doing things that I really want to start working on. So, because right now it's just too kind of crazy, and I don't want to be dealing with anything new while we're in the process of a move, because that's just, I mean, you saw how that went last year. When we moved. It was like, see you guys in a few months.
Well, I'm glad that you've thought it out.
So, yeah, I'm trying to be a good human, but it's not always easy. But how are you? How was your week?
Not too shabby. I've See, Monday was the first day. Well, actually, we'll go into IRL stuff. We are counting down to the crazy festival season. Our festival starts for that our nonprofit puts on. Starts in 42 days. I think it's 42 days. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. There's so much. Like I was the head ninjographer, as we call them, for this festival. I was the director of photo and video, and now I actually work for the nonprofit that puts it on.
Oh, nice.
So I'm getting more insight into all the crazy that happens, all the stuff that the marketing manager actually did before me, and this person was a superhero. Seriously. Oh my gosh. Hey, it's Godric Snow in the chat. Also, Rust came in. And it's Lady Snipe Shot's on today. So I'm getting an insight to that. Ooh. And it's just crazy. Also, for my other job, I go out and where did it go? Oh, there it is. I go out and I talk to customers and see how the work that we did worked out for them. And that's actually been a pretty decent this week. Like sometimes I'm on the road for 5 hours, like back and forth.
Oof.
And yeah,
That's rough.
for the day, that would be my day, is 5 hours of that. And this week it wasn't. So.
Oh. Well, it's good to have a break every now and again.
Yeah.
That driving is tough.
But what else did but game wise this week, I have cut back on Overwatch. I know.
You don't hear my gasp for my yawn, but
I cut back on Overwatch. I am no longer streaming Overwatch until the spring. No, not the spring. The fall. Sorry. So, there we go. But yeah, so now Mondays are Montendo Mondays, and I started Super Mario Odyssey.
sweet.
Yeah, I am enjoying that game. I did not grow up with Nintendo, so it's not a big deal for me. I'm not dedicated to the properties or anything. But I'm having fun learning more from people that are like hardcore fans. That have dropped into the stream.
Nice.
So that's been fun. And then I continued on with more Nintendo stuff. I did some photos in what do you call it? Smash Brothers. And
Smash Brothers. I'm
did
very
you
bad
get?
at
Did
that
you
game.
guys have it?
Yes, yeah. Justin plays it quite a bit.
Find you guys on there.
Yes. Please do.
But and then so Wednesday I finished Kingdom Hearts 3. Yeah,
nice.
that was a great wild ride. I've opened up all the worlds to go do some gametography in. Um, so I'm very excited about just being able to free roam from now on in that game. Um, and let's see, what else did I do? Oh, I also started Detroit Become Human on Wednesday.
Very nice. I haven't played that one yet.
It's a lot of fun. Hey, Jesse's here. What's up, buddy? Wow, everybody's coming on in today. Love it. So yeah, so we did Detroit Become Human. I got not too terribly far in there, and there are some instances for some gametography in it, and not just cutscene gametography. So I mean that's that's fun. I mean it's not nearly as accessible as some games, but I mean there are things. And on yesterday, Surf and Disney Picchick and I did Halo 3 ODST, and we found again we didn't get to try it out on stream, but it records every chapter that you do, and you can go in and play around with it. So I mean I'm looking forward to doing some of that. Cindy, did you get it to work yesterday after we got off?
I got off right.
Okay. Hey.
I saw you pop into the thing, and I was like, "Oh no, I can't."
Yeah, no. I saw her come in. So weekly recap, sis, and if you could turn your mic up just a little bit.
My mic's all the way up,
Okay.
so I don't know.
All right. Yeah. I'll be extra quiet.
Let's see. Weekly recap. What did I play? ODST. And that's about all I played. I did get a little bit of PC gaming in. I played Portal a little bit.
What do you and you got your PC working?
Yeah, I did. But that was last week. I think I announced it last week.
I know you announced that you were doing it, like getting it, but I didn't think you announced that you actually got it going.
Yeah, I got it going, yes. So,
Nice.
not a whole lot going on.
All right.
I feel like it's been forever since I've got to talk to you, Cindy. It's been too long.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh, go ahead. Did we lose Cindy?
Oh, there you are.
What was that?
My ears,
Sorry about that.
so everything's really
Kendall subscribed. Second month. Thanks, Kendall. Yeah. That notification is loud. It is loud. It's over there. And I will find at some point in time to get an excuse to go over there and work with that. But
That's sweet. I had no idea what that was. I was like, I don't know.
all right.
Yeah, my mic is up all
Okay.
the way. So,
So gallery update. We've got some new folks coming in. Hopefully, I've got to get links out, guys. Just so you know, I used to work virtually next to the game shop, and now I am way further away from it. So it takes me a little bit longer to get over there. Everybody does get up. Everybody does get recognized. And I know I haven't posted pics, but I will make sure I get over there as soon as humanly possible. So yeah, There you go. Gotta get them loud notes to scare bejeebus out of yourself. Kendall's here, everybody. If you didn't know.
Yep.
So those of you who don't know, we actually have a IRL gallery at a local game store, mom and pop store, and they are always great about letting us come in and do video and photos and such like that. So I'm just so glad that they're able to do that. If you want to help support us in that, and what we found is our patrons have allowed us to be able to do giveaways, like monthly PC game giveaways, on the channel. It is, and I should learn to just put a notification in there. But it is patreon.com/gametographers. Patreon.com/gametographers. And put $1 in the tip bucket, and you can win. I mean, not win. You get free phone backgrounds. Ooh, which reminds me, I need to finish up this month's. Okay, because tomorrow, I think today is the new day. Oh my gosh, I need to get those out ASAP. So yeah, go ahead and do that. But also found chocolate. I love I love our conversations in the chat. Yeah, so we'll get those out to our patrons that are here ASAP. Oh, I forgot to say in my weekly update, my daughter's home, and I shot her festival. Oh my gosh, all this stuff. Hey, my daughter's home. She brought her boyfriend. She has a boyfriend.
How are you dealing with that?
I don't know. He can hear me. I don't know. He's upstairs. I'm kidding. David's a cool kid. I like him. Sorry, young man. I'm not talking about what, who, what, where? Oh, you can hear me? Come here. Come here for a second. Both of you. Come here. Very quickly. Come on. David, come here.
Embarrassing dad moment.
Come here. I need you guys on camera real quick. Come here. Come this way. Camera's over here. Watch your legs. Yeah. Watch your feet. Come over. Come here. Come on in. Have a seat. Real quick. Yeah, I know, guys, this show is usually about gametography, but I want to introduce you to not a gamer. See, this is not a gamer, and kinda gamer.
Yeah, half gamer.
Half gamer.
I play The Sims.
Yeah, kinda gamer. So, if you guys have questions that I should be grilling David on, let me know, and then I'll do that. So, and Lady Snipeshot and Disney Pixchick can hear you right now, and they can speak to you. See if they can
Hey.
say hey, and they're on there. So Tonti is now going to be adding onto her Furiosa part. She's my friend in Sweden, Tonti.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they just came back from Sweden, you guys. Yeah. To be the embarrassing dad. So Kendall says Sims is life 2.0. So everyone is defending you as a Sims player.
Yeah.
Thanks. I was playing The Sims the other day.
Yeah.
It was great.
Do you do gametography in it?
No.
Get off my show.
Hey, I'm making pancakes.
Go make pancakes.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
All right.
Savage.
That's how we show love in this house. It's weird. If you're hypnotized by the light, okay, I will change that. So they're here. David's birthday's today, so we'll do something with him. Sorry to add to my update, but I also, guys, I met Smash Mouth this past weekend.
You meant
The band.
Smash Mouth? Wow.
And
Talk about a
yeah.
90s
Oh, you
throwback.
want an 80s throwback? An 80s/90s throwback? I also met the drummer from Guns N' Roses.
Hey, that's cool.
So yeah. So there's that. Gamer Girl in chat. Are you a girl? I do the game. Okay, hold on. Girls are a myth perpetrated by the marriage of industrial. Oh, we're so off the rails right now. My bad. But I want to talk about some new games or games with with photo mode. There's a game called Generation Zero. Have you guys heard of Generation Zero?
I have not.
And there's probably a reason for that. Girls aren't real. Can't confirm as I actually don't exist. Yeah, so Generation Zero gets a photo mode. It looks like it's a very thorough photo mode, but almost every review I've heard of the game says it's boring. So, yeah.
Oh,
So,
really?
I mean, yay, photo mode. But it's boring.
Yay.
Oh, Tonti. Oh, Tonti, was that the one you played? Did you play that one? She has the best key bindings. I did hear that. I actually did hear that in a review that I read. But I heard it's a very dull game if you're playing by yourself. And me, I play a lot by myself. And then another in gaming news. This one floats my boat so crazy hard. Guys, Overwatch is getting a replay mode. I'm done.
That's fun.
Seriously, Overwatch is getting a replay mode, you guys. Which means that you can go back in and mess around in the game.
And that's where we lost.
I was about to say that. I was like, and we're gonna. What is the date?
There
on this?
is no
Because
date yet.
After that, we watched.
I read an article that came out on
Okay.
the 26th. Tonti says I might even come back to Overwatch. No, it was. I didn't know about the replay mode for months. I didn't. I hadn't heard a confirmed we are doing this. That's why I was bringing that back. I read an article today that confirmed it, and it linked back to Blizzard and all that good stuff. So,
Nice.
I'm very excited. Oh my gosh. I told you, directly told you. You probably did. You probably did, Seraph. But as much as I love you, how much do I listen? I don't. I'm
You're
not
not
I'm not the listener that I should be. But I'm the listener I deserve. I'm on the Overwatch Reddit every day, and I heard nothing about a replay mode. Just like I told you, I'm going to Europe, but this is apparently a huge surprise somehow. It is! Cindy, do you remember him saying anything about going to Europe?
No, I do not know. I had no idea he was going to Europe. I didn't even know it was a joke.
I thought it was a joke. I had
idea.
heard that.
I didn't even know that.
Whoa, what is this?
I had no idea.
Wait, what? I can drive this thing? What is this?
How can you not hear me? My mic is up on both my PS4 and
Wow.
my headset. I don't get it.
Okay, I want to get out of the vehicle now. It's not like, oh, there it is. Okay. So there's that. I can't hear Disney. So I want to talk about the concept of the week, and in the show notes I called it "I second that emotion." Gametography concept. Every shot you take should evoke some sort of emotion. Whether it's, I hate it, I love it, oh my gosh, I remember when that happened and it wrecked me. Every shot should evoke an emotion. And my question to you ladies is, what emotion do you find yourself going to? What's your go-to emotion in your gametography?
Give me a minute to think of that, because it varies for me. Do you want to take it first, Sydney?
Okay, so what was
The question is based on, you know, the concept that every photo should have an emotion. Every photo should evoke some sort of emotion. Explain emotion. Okay, so here let's go into Spider-Man. All right. To me, let's say this shot, Spider-Man walking, evokes an emotion or a feeling or a feeling of loneliness, but also standing out. You know, maybe a self-imposed loneliness.
So, let me see if I can understand what you're trying to ask. You're wanting to know if we use emotion to do.
Well, no, like what?
Do just
Yeah.
random pictures evoke emotion?
Yeah, do you actually when you if you look at your stack of work, is there an emotion that comes out of it? You know?
Not particularly for me. That's just it. I don't know. Hard.
All right. It's a hard question. I get it. Leonhardt says freedom.
Yeah,
That's his. His is he tends to lean toward the concept / emotion or feeling of freedom. Godric Snow, even Spider-Man walks sometimes. Sora says, as an emotionless automaton, I do not understand this question.
That's funny.
Oh, okay, hold on. Leonhardt was talking about the pick on screen. So in this case, I guess, with Iron Spider, he sees freedom.
Gotcha.
You know, I find that my favorite photos actually do that. Kendall says that I have no idea how to explain my emotions in some of my photos. Like, this one doesn't necessarily evoke an emotion, but seeing that kind of gives me a sense of awe. You know, so not necessarily an emotion, but a sense of awe. Like, this one, less so versus this one. So, I'm looking at this and I'm like, man, wouldn't that be great just to be able to do what Spidey's doing right there? This one evokes a feeling of power. All right. Kendall says, I like taking ones that convey happiness and joy, but then there's others that look forlorn and lost. Godric Snow, joy, I would say mostly, and nostalgia. Anguish is one I take a lot too when I think about it. I do action stuff mainly, so I guess drive and driven, willpower, says Leonhardt. Tonti says, I lean a lot toward capturing the feeling of friendship, like the shared friendship between characters on screen or the bond between the character on screen and you as the player. Ooh. Especially when I look at some of my older shots.
Yeah, I guess I come at it as a photographer, and I'm just trying to get a picture that looks good.
Okay.
So, I don't really pull the emotion into it.
So you're looking at it more as a like a
Aesthetic.
well, not just that, but like a journalistic view. So you're looking at reporting what's going on versus reporting on the emotion involved with what's going on.
For me, I really have to say it depends on the situation. Just it depends on what I'm taking a picture of, kind of what's happening in the scene. I don't necessarily like. I guess occasionally I try to force an emotion onto a photo by the pose that I give the character or the lighting that I choose. But a lot of times, especially with action shots and things like that, I rely on what is happening, what the story is telling me in the photo or in the scene that I'm shooting. Like for instance, with Warframe, that's a lot of look at me, I'm not going to say the word, but you probably know what the word is. I'm really awesome, kind of.
Yeah.
Like I'm a space ninja. I'm the coolest thing on the planet. That's the kind of, like image that I've tried to portray sometimes, and that is, more than human. But then when it comes to something like Horizon Zero Dawn, you get scenes where, Aloy a lot of times is alone. And I think a lot of times we, in our photography, we portray the lone wolf kind of thing because that's what a lot of the protagonists are. They tend to be the loners. And so, with that, the other side of it is that she's a very pretty character. She's a very strong character. So, portraying the strengths that she has from the things that she's dealt with, kind of like that age. You get aged because of pain. You get aged because of, things that go on in your life. And, that character, Aloy, she went through so much. So you naturally get this maturity and age that kind of comes out in a lot of the photos that I've seen. So that would be my answer, I guess, in a nutshell. It just really depends on what's going on for me.
Cool. I love it. I did not expect that to go so deep, especially in the chat. Oh my gosh. Drive is a good one to convey, says Kendall. Although I guess the shot I get of Rapunzel in the water would be sheer tranquility or serenity. Oh my gosh, Kendall, I love that shot that you did. Tonti, that was beautifully put. Yes, it was. I think Leonhardt says, I think maybe a lot of my stuff is an escape of sorts from depression-laden feelings if you delve into the psychology of it. Kendall says, Disney takes pics of the Bamfs. Tonti says, thank you, Godric. I realized it was just now when I did a quick flip through my library, and it was a common theme through a ton of photos from different games I shoot. Moss, Madden, God of War, Plague's Tale, etc. Bams for the win. Yes, absolutely. All right. Well, I am glad that we got to talk about that for just a little bit. And yeah, I was also thinking, like, because people were saying that Generation Zero is dull, you know, does a photo mode help with a a dull game? You know, or if it's dull, and you're not going to do it. Like, would you buy a game that has been reviewed by many folks that say it's dull because it has a photo mode?
Depends on the theme of the game.
Depends on, so like what?
Yeah.
I mean, if it's I'm interested, I'm gonna play it regardless of what the reviews
If it's
say,
what?
So. If it's a game that I'm interested in playing, I'm gonna play it regardless if there's bad reviews or not.
I feel like it's I'm kind of like on the line of Cindy with as far as like choosing the games that you want to play based on, you know, regardless of what the reviews are, because like for instance No Man's Sky had horrible reviews for a long time, and so I wanted to play it, and so I still picked it up. But in regards to the photo mode, I guess it really depends on the theme of the game. If the game is meant to be fun and the game is dull, I honestly don't think a photo mode is going to sustain that, because part of the thing is you get attached to the characters because you enjoy it. If you can't form that attachment, then you're not going to take pictures of it. You know, even if the graphics, I guess it depends on what's also in the environment. Like, it depends on what you take pictures of. If you take pictures of the characters, and you don't get attached to the character, then you're not going to take pictures of it. If, however, you take pictures of environments more than characters, and the environment is beautiful, the gameplay is kind of can take some really pretty pictures, that situation. So not to ride the middle of, you know, being on the fence on it, but I personally, like, if the game isn't fun, I'm not going to pick it up in the first place. So.
I got to tell you, like, you mentioned No Man's Sky, and we actually have done some photo shoots in No Man's Sky before. I find No Man's Sky dull. You know, it's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous, and it's a game that I will go back to for Gametography, just because it is gorgeous. I don't do the story. I'm not flying around planets and learning about the aliens and all that stuff. I go into creative. I get the coolest looking ship that I can get. I fly around the universe. I land on a planet. I take pictures of animals and plants. If I gear up with you or Surf or anybody else, I know Jesse plays. That's what I do. You know, so I mean, in some cases, but I had No Man's Sky from the beginning. I was getting No Man's Sky the way that it was touted. You know, I was just gonna do it. So
yeah. Well, they did make a comeback, which is not very common for. I mean, it wasn't like a phenomenal comeback that, you know, everybody is now playing No Man's Sky. But they did recover, and in my opinion, that's kind of rare to be able to recover, you know, a bad thing so badly. You know, that was so horrible. You know, it's.
Well, part of the reason it was so bad was because they had all this stuff planned from the beginning, but they didn't say it was planned. They said it was going to be in the game at the beginning, and that's. They just wanted to push it out there and said all these great things about it. Well, that's great. You have that plan, but it's not in the game right now.
Yeah.
Like the multiplayer aspect, they would never directly answer that question.
Yeah.
But they said multiplayer in the game.
Yeah. Well, I think that's what. Not to bring. Sorry. Keep going.
No, it was just no. That was dumb. So.
I was just gonna say, add that, it's kind of like, not to bring it back to dreams, but providing an early access like that, I think was a good idea, in that situation, rather than either holding off releasing your game or, saying it's ready and it's not ready, you know.
Yeah, just be upfront with the customers.
Yeah,
Everything
exactly.
they did, they were working towards. Everything that they announced was going to be in the game, just not up front, not
Mm-hmm.
at the beginning. And they
Yeah.
weren't clear on that. They just wanted to get it out. And that's what I think hurt them in the beginning.
Cool. We have a lot of conversation going on. Sarah says,
You have some really.
"No, no, go
Go
ahead."
ahead. I was gonna say you have some really spicy comments or
Yes,
questions
yeah.
this week.
Sarah says Drake looks like he has no soul in that picture. There's nothing behind the eyes. I say my action shots show resolve and drive to overcome, says Kendall. Godric Snow with the number of people he put down, it's appropriate. Says Godric Snow about Drake. When you wanted to be a doctor, but your parents made you become a thief. Nicely captured, BG. I only really take photos in games I enjoy. So if a game is dull, I don't think a photo mode would save it for me, says Kendall. Depends on the type of the game I like, says Rust. Leonhardt says, same here. I hardly have taken any in Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Stuff's coming up on my computer. Block the chat. Photo mode helps, says Jesse. Not my Laura, says Leonhardt. I forget to take photos in some games, which are really engrossing, says Godric Snow. Yes! Oh my gosh. I'm playing Rage, and I'm like, oh, I can't wait to play with the photo mode in this thing. And guys are coming at me, and I'm dusting them, and I'm like, wait, I'm supposed to be taking photos too. Yes. I would play Anthem again if it got a photo mode, says Sura, so I can understand people forgiving No Man's Sky. Possessed Pandas. This is all the stuff that I'm pulling up right now is in Dreams. As a matter of fact, I am curating a Gametography list, so games that would work well for Gametography.
I actually need to play Dreams since I signed up for the beta.
Yeah, you do.
I should
Yeah.
actually play it.
Good dreams.
Yeah, that's
fun.
that's all I do is I dream surf and I just find photos.
I want to create though. I mean, I've got the thing to create stuff.
Yeah, it takes a little bit to get past the controls and trying to figure things out. I'm still, oh man, there's so much I still got to learn, but once you get it, you just start thinking up things and you're like, oh, I want to try if I can see if I can make this and see if I can make that, and then you do and you're like, wow, I did it. It's great.
And this, Cindy, Rach opened my eyes the other couple of weeks back, where I was like, oh, I don't know if I could ever create. I don't know if I could ever create. She was like, you don't have to. Somebody's got to play the game. Somebody's got to review them. Somebody's got to say, hey, this is good for this or that. And I was like, huh. I guess that's somebody's me. So.
But at the same time, you gotta create to have name.
Right, and there are butt ton of creators.
It's crazy. It blows my mind.
Like
every day.
I see that like on my curation, because you have those that chart basically showing where you are in the community, and my curation and play is way above everybody else's. Godric Snow is getting Dreams now, he says. Leonhard says he might have to check it out.
Oh, please do.
Yeah, guys. I mean, seriously,
Yes.
I got it just because there are going to be creators in here that I can do photography from. And these are just...
I got it simply because I can get it cheaper now than I can.
Well, that too.
That's a good point.
Yeah,
That's
you get it for
definitely a good
half
point.
price right now.
There's something I was going to say. Oh, I was actually talking with somebody in the community about trying to figure out how to make a photo mode in Dreams that people can put in their games.
Oh, that would be so good.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like. I don't even know how to do it. Like, I have no idea. But I'm hoping that I can work on that. Like, be one of the projects that I work on.
I'm thinking it's be like a secondary first-person camera.
Yeah, and well, you'd have to have sliders and controls, and there's ways to attach it and stuff. I've been watching some tutorials. I think it's possible. If the developers can do it, we can do it. We can figure it out.
Yes.
Wouldn't it be cool to have a Gametography photo mode?
Oh my gosh! I would be your tester. I would. You need testers. I can't build. I can't do any of that. But I would test the mess out of that thing. Dibs.
It's like it's not
Dibs
working.
on tester. Dibs. Call dibs.
Guinea pigs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Leonhardt, I think right now it's $29.99 US.
Yeah.
If it's still available.
Yeah, it is. I just checked it yesterday. Yeah. Yeah, I think in the I'm not sure if they've close to filling up the slots out of the U.S., but you know, I would say that it's just not a very. It's well known enough that it has content creators, but I at the same time I don't feel like a lot of people know enough about it still to have those slots all filled up.
They didn't announce how many they were gonna do. Or
Yeah.
I mean, if there's a specific amount or it's a specific day they're going till. They
Yeah.
never really said. They're keeping that to themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so another discussion, and I want to push this discussion to the Discord. We can do a little short one here, but I really want this to go in the discussion, maybe random conversation, maybe under the show, the Gametography show. So you can start discussing, and we'll start you off here. How are you forwarding Gametography in non-Gametography circles? How are you, as a Gametographer / virtual photographer, getting this out in to kind of try to help make it mainstream? For instance, like I had my gallery at a coffee shop, and we have the live gallery at the game store. We also, I remember there was an exhibit over in Europe. There was a photography gallery or a photography expo or something, and I think it was Gamergram that put up. They had a spot for Gametography in there. I mean, they got into that gallery, which is really cool. Trying to help them make it mainstream. I know I talk about it to people on a daily basis. This is what I do. We have a great community, and they're like, "What's Gametography?" And I have Lightroom on my phone. Sorry, Tanti. And I show them what we're doing, and people are like, "Wait, you're doing this in a game? This isn't just while you're playing the game?" And I talk to them about that. I also talk about Gametography in other people's streams. Not necessarily that, hey, come to our channel to see Gametography, but I ask, hey, I'll go in and ask, hey, does this have a photo mode? In a game that I'm watching, and they'll, most of them will say no. I was like, oh, okay. Well, I do Gametography, and I am always looking for a new game for that. And they'll say, what's Gametography? And I'll send them a link to my channel, but also other people's stuff on Twitter and Instagram. So yeah. Let's see what people are saying in the chat. It's not showing up in my PS store, says Godric Snow. It might be regional. I'm not doing anything, says Jesse. Well, no, that's not true, Jesse. You're showing up here. And that encourages me, because I know you don't do Gametography, but you show up here every week, or almost every week, to this show, and that encourages me to go out and tell more people about it. So you are doing something. Shows us, so it's US and Canada in the early access trailer. Okay. Surf, I mentioned it to a friend. I took pictures in games that says, that's weird, and I never brought it up again, says Surf. I bugged the KL Tenkai Twitter people a lot about photo mode in future games. Attaboy. Happened to me too, Surf. Taunty's crying for you. Samurai Warriors photo mode, please. My family wants me to pick up a real camera. I'm working. Hey, you know what? Honestly, when I shoot, I've only got 2 weddings left for this year and 1 for a friend next year, and I'm not shooting weddings again. But I have gotten ideas for weddings from my game. So, there you go. I helped, says Jesse. If it comes up in the discussion and people show the slightest interest, I make them sit through 15 minutes of videos of Bloodborne action photos. Oh my goodness, Dante. The Gametography version of a vacation slideshow, yes. I like Gametography, but I'm awful at it. Well, all it takes is just getting in and playing, man. Godric Snow, I was using your example, your channel as the example for Gametography, and I was getting glazed eyes, so I didn't go further and share. That's fine. Oh! Ed Placencia, what's up? How have I implemented ideas you've gotten from game into wedding photography? Poses, locations? Well, if you, like, I hate to be a broken record, but going back to Overwatch, those end poses in the groups, you can actually do some fun wedding photography. Think of, like, if you've got the big groom and he's Reinhardt, then you've got maybe a Mercy pose, a Tracer pose for the
You make your people do Overwatch?
What's that?
That's just me.
Well, I'm just saying, no, I'm not making them do that. No, not those poses, but the concept of not necessarily specifically that pose, but I think of that character. What would they do? And how, and if somebody is, like, throughout the wedding day, you learn, like, bridesmaids and groomsmen's personalities, and you're like, okay, that dude's totally a McCree. So, you might have him do something that McCree might do. So, yeah.
So, yeah, Overwatch. You turn your wedding clients into Overwatch.
No, you're not hearing right.
Yeah.
I'm getting inspiration from Overwatch. I don't turn them into Overwatch characters. Has the bride hold a giant hammer. I would love to sit through that, Tonti. Well, when I get settled back in the Midwest, maybe we can hook up and you can teach real camera stuff. Dude, I'd be thrilled. Absolutely. But I use it in the same... I use video games in the same way that I use my concert photography. I forgot to turn that down.
There it is.
Will's Toy Clearance, thanks for the host. But yeah, so they I use concert and rock and roll concepts in wedding photography too, and my clients love it because it doesn't look like their friends and family's wedding photography.
I guess it comes down to being relatable too. In this culture and day and age, a lot of people can relate to those kind of things.
So.
Don't defend me.
You know me, I'm just in the middle of the field.
All right, you guys. So we can continue this conversation in the Discord. As a matter of fact, I know I have time. I know that Lady Snapshot does not have time, and Cindy, I don't know your.
No, I gotta get ready, go to work, and I have to adult before work.
But maybe after we'll jump into Discord and have some conversation. So there you go. And finally, I wanted to talk about what the future holds for this channel. We've mentioned it. We've talked about it just a little bit. We've hinted at it. This channel is going to become more and more Gametography centered. I know that you think it's already Gametography centered, those of you who are here all the time, but it is going to become more so. Mondays, we're still going to have Nintendo Mondays. We're still going to have Super Mario right now, but there's going to be a lot more Gametography involved with it. Tuesdays, Cindy, Disney Picks Chick, she started a whole new adventure of PC gaming. Guys, Cindy's gonna be here for an hour. What time are you going, Cindy?
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock Central on Tuesdays, guys. Tune in. Disney Picks Chick, Making of a Gamer Part 2. The PC rises. And Lady Snipe Shot, I have to get you an Elgato. But if you want to, if she wants to, I'm gonna openly throw this out to you. I'm gonna put you to the top of the host list, since we can't do the since you can't take over the channel just yet. And when you go live, did we decide on it? I know it was late. Was it like Friday?
Friday nights at 12.
Yes, 12 to 1 in the morning Eastern. Yes,
something like that.
But that's like 5.
That's kind of.
Yeah, that's like that. You are in the wheelhouse for you're in the wheelhouse for our community, though. So you'll be catching the early morning folks. Like 6. That's 6 and 7 o'clock for our folks, I think, over CST Central Time, U.S. Chicago. So yeah, that's 12 to 1 Eastern Time in the morning on Fridays. And I'm so excited, guys. So very excited. Tonti is... Oh my gosh.
Make stuff.
Because Lady Snipe Shot is going to be all up in dreams. And she's going to possibly do community stuff. So I'm very excited for that. And Tonti is going to be on. Tonti is going to be on for a limited run. Right now. 4 weeks, 1 hour a week on Thursday. Wasn't it, Tonti? Was it Thursday? I'm pretty sure it was Thursday. Blurbs Day. Woo! Yes, Thursday. Tonti is going to be on. What time are you going to be on, Tonti? I forget. I got, because I have to do a new schedule. I have it in notes. I have it in our notes, but I have to do a new schedule up for the channel. But Thursday, Tonti's going to be going on, and guys, so that is 7 o'clock in Sweden p.m., 6 o'clock in the UK, and noon here in Eastern. Central, noon Central, 1 Eastern. Guys, Tonti is going to be in charge of Gametography of scary games. So I'm very... Oh no, Kendall! Well, you don't have to take a whole Thursday off. I mean, just start an hour later. Um. So. She's talking about her own channel, Taunty. On her own channel, she streams. So, Taunty's going at noon, Central Standard Time. I'm so excited that she'll play a game that I can watch during, like, lunch, and the sun is out and all the lights are on.
You sound like me. I watch horror movies and stuff through my fingers.
Oh, that you're gonna play scarier and rougher games that I play on stream is what I'm saying. That's so, like, you know, Bloodborne. It's just scarier than what I play. There's that, you guys. We may have scary games aren't scary when they're paused. And yes, I think when she leave with Flower just to mess with BG. Bloodborne first out, but there will be Moss too. Yes, she's gonna do some Moss. I'm very excited for that stuff, guys. So if you have an interest in this, guys, hype it up, and share it. Let people know that Gametography is out there, because we're really trying to build the channel. We're trying to build the community. We are also planning on doing I don't know how much I should say. I didn't talk to the team about saying this, but I'm saying it right now. We're planning on doing a merch store. It's gonna be super simple. But I mean, if you wanna wear your Gametographer's gear, like a t-shirt or something like that, there's a chance that it's gonna happen. I can't keep secrets from you guys. I love you guys too much. No, merch store, BG is a sellout, and everything we do goes back into the channel. It goes back into doing things for you guys. Maybe, you know, if we, you know, with the merch, because you don't make a lot on t-shirts. I was looking at it, especially how we have it priced. There is not going to be a lot made on this stuff. So you're saying there's a chance. I want a t-shirt, sweatshirts, caps. I need a cap. We need to do a cap. But there's the probability it's going to happen. But everything goes back into the store, back into making the channel better, back into education on our end on how to make this channel better, how we can not just make the channel better, but help make you help you to grow in your Gametography, your virtual photography. It's what we're here. I've been talking to. I have a Gametography mentor, and not as in shooting and doing images and such, but as in the channel. I have a mentor for this channel, and they challenged me to really come up with an ethos, if you will, a mission statement, you know. And I'm finding it really hard because I want to, and this is me being real, and I apologize for not talking about Gametography in particular here, but I'm finding it hard to do because I want to do well by you guys. I want to help all of you that are in this art to be the best you can be, and help you and have you help me be the best that I can be, and all together we can be the best community. So guys, that just help me out. Mugs, edible arrangements, says Syrup. You always know how to bring me back to this. Thank you, buddy. The unheard world's greatest Gametographer mug. World's baddest gamer elite. So yeah. So there's where we are, guys. That's where we're ending up. It's the unicorn we're chasing, guys. Ah, see what I did there? Because it's on the screen. There.
Unicorns.
Over there. All right, so thanks to everybody. Hey, Disney Pix Chick, where can everybody find you?
Disney Big Chick everywhere.
Disney Pix Chick. Yep.
Pretty.
Only one vowel, right in the middle. It's the I. Lady Snipeshot, where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram as Lady Snipeshot. And that's it for now.
Instagram and Twitter.
Oh, wait,
And on Dreams. I was going to say, are you sure? All right.
I know. I knew you were going to say that because you said it last time.
And, oh, by the way, the name of the channel is probably going to be changing too, guys. Not probably. It's going to change. We're becoming, as of today even, I'm probably going to change it up. It's going to be the Gametographers. Because it's not about me. It's about us. All right? So, thank you, everybody. I'm Bad Gamer Elite. You can find me as Bad Gamer Elite on just about everything. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Twitch. Well, not much longer on Twitch. There we go, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. Bad Gamers Unite. Gametographers, keep on snapping. Peace.